What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Take 5 podcast. Today's topic is favorite action drama TV show. I'm Aaron Action.
I'm Tex Nasty.
I'm Rick. And I'm Johnny Skulls.
All right, John, what's you have for number 5?
My number 5 was a show called Passions, which is a American television TV soap opera. A little different. It wasn't your ordinary soap opera. Mm-hmm. It was originally, it aired on NBC from July 5th, 1999 to September 7th, 2007. But the reason I liked it so much, it was different. It had a witch named Tabitha. She had a doll named Timmy, played by Josh Ryan Evans. Sadly, he passed away August 5th of 2002, so he didn't get to finish up the show. He was only 3'2", short person, but he played a doll that would come alive and cause mischief for a family called the Cranes. And I give the show 2 thumbs up. It's a pretty good show. Fun fact, the actor who played Ethan Crane on the show is where my ex-wife come to the name our now 20-year-old son Ethan.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was.
That's
I
cool.
thought that was.
I've never heard of that show.
Yeah, I gave the show 2 thumbs up.
Awesome.
It's kind of like Dark Shadows.
Yeah.
All right, Rick, what's number 5?
Dukes of Hazzard.
I almost had that as an honorable mention.
It was an alright show, man.
Like, it's a little bit too much comedy is why I didn't do it, but yeah, I mean, there was action. I that was going to be an honorable mention.
Yeah.
Anything like any favorite episodes or anything, or
Anyone with Daisy Duke in it.
was that almost all of them?
Yep.
So what did you think when they took Enos off?
You don't care about Ian as long as that Daisy Duke on it.
How about when they switched the Dukes out for the...
Now that sucked.
Yeah, that was when they fell, you know, because they wanted more money.
Yeah, they switched the good ones for the handicapped ones.
Yeah. Yeah, that was when the show went downhill. But Roscoe Pico Train was always funny.
Yeah, and Daisy was still there.
What was his dog's name?
And that was good.
Flash.
Yeah,
Flash.
the Basset Hound.
See, I always had to watch it because my sister liked it and I hated it. But looking back, it's cheesy, but it's not bad. You know, like it's all right.
Did you watch the reunion?
Yep. Yep, I
It
did.
was funny because in the reunion, Daisy Duke gained some weight. She couldn't slide in the window no more. They had to make her.
Nope.
All right, Trex, what you have for number 5?
All right, my list on this episode is based mainly on short-lived shows I enjoyed as a kid. Some are hard to find, now faded away through time, but some shows can still be viewed on YouTube with a few episodes. So here goes nothing to the unknown heroes of TV programming. Highwayman. I don't know if you guys ever heard of this.
Yep.
I've heard of it, but of course I've never seen it.
Not the song, Rick.
I know what you're talking
It
about.
was a short-lived show that I liked, and it had a pilot and only 9 episodes. It starred Sam J. Jones, which was Flash Gordon, as the lead character, only known as the Highwayman, and a futuristic crime fighter. His sidekick was Jetto, which, if you guys know the actor Jacko, the Australian, he was known for the Energizer commercials. But researching this, I found out something else. In the 60s, he was an Australian singer. Like, he was a big hit. And this is, this is what led me to watch the show was the Energizer commercials, because we always go, "Oi!" And it was like, this when they advertised it with him in it, I had to watch it. But it was a pretty good show. It had guest stars like Roddy Piper, and you're going to laugh, Rick, because I probably can't say this right. Lyle Alzheimer, and Jimmy Smits. I wish the show lasted longer, but YouTube has a few episodes in the pilot movies, so check it out if you want, because it's a pretty good show.
I won't. All right. Now, my list, I never liked drama TV shows. I was more like sitcoms, so I don't have much information. I do have my list, but my number 5, Sons of Anarchy. I never watched it when it was on the air. I watched like Netflix. I binged through it. Chances are I'll never watch any episode again. But it was a pretty decent show. It was from 2008 to 2014. I thought it was pretty good. All right, John, where's your number 4?
My number 4 was Wonder Woman. With Linda Carter.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. Yeah.
And the show aired from 1975 to 1979. She played this character, Diana Prince, set in the 1940s during World War II against the Nazis. Lyle Wagner, who played Major Steve Trevor. He also appeared a lot on the Carol Burnett show as well. Its predecessor didn't pan out. They had other shows come out of Wonder Woman, but they didn't come out very well.
What other shows?
They had it was Wonder Woman, but it was revamped.
The second season?
Well, no, it wasn't even second season. They had revamped it, and it didn't even come out. They show you the thing of it and stuff, but the show never even came out.
Who played it?
I don't even remember who.
Linda Carter was hot.
Yeah.
She was the one that made. No Wonder Woman could replace her. Not even the new one.
The show was dumped before it even. And then you have the movie did the Wonder Woman franchise. It did it justice. Gal Gadot playing the part as Wonder Woman. Oh wow! Yeah. And the fun fact is for the spinny move that Linda Carter did there, that was her idea.
Yeah, they added to the comics.
Yeah, it was her idea to come up with that because where she did ballet and everything.
Yeah.
So it was her idea to come up with that.
Little fact, did you know that they were going to make a spin-off on that with a Wonder Girl? And you know who Wonder Girl was in the show they were going to spin off?
Who?
Helen Hunt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when she was a teenager.
I think they kind of showed her in.
They had her in a couple episodes. They were trying to make a spin-off, but it didn't go nowhere.
Yeah, they didn't do it. All right.
All right, Rick, number 4.
The Flash.
Which one?
The original one.
I figured you would like that.
Yeah, I think it was the 90s.
Yeah.
I can't remember the dude's name that played him.
Oh, because he plays in the new one too as his father.
Yeah, but he played the original Flash.
Something Ship.
Yeah, I can't remember what his name is though, but it was a good show.
I liked it.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because, back then, that was the only time you got to see, like, anyone outside of Superman and Batman in a TV show.
True, I was surprised they made it.
And Mark Hamill became a returning character as the Trickster, his arch villain.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Trex, what's your number 4?
The Wizard. I don't know if you guys ever heard
Never heard of it.
I liked this short-lived show. It only lasted one season and 18 episodes. The lead character, Simon McKay, played by David Rappaport. You probably better know him in the Time Bandits as Randall.
I know Michael Rappaport.
Yeah, he's a midget, so he played.
That's cool.
He played the main dwarf in Time Bandit, Randall.
Yeah.
And he continued to show. The show was he was a genius inventor, suffered from dwarfism, who decided to make toys instead because he preferred peace over war. But an evil organization wanted to use him to invent for them, so a government agent by the name of Alex Jaeger, played by Douglas Barr, was assigned to protect him. They went on an adventure in every episode. This was another show that only a few episodes are on YouTube. Not the complete series, but just a few.
All right, my number 4. It's another one that I binged on Netflix. An ex-girlfriend of mine was her favorite show, Breaking Bad.
Oh, dude, that was
from 2008, 2013.
Yeah.
I didn't start watching until like 2017 or whatever. Like there was a couple of seasons that was kind of boring, but for the most part, it was pretty good. Like and did you watch the spin-off movie?
Yeah, El Camino.
Yeah, that was that wasn't too bad either.
That was a pretty good show.
Yeah. All right. What's your number 3, John?
My number 3, Knight Rider.
That was.
Yeah.
I know tracks like that one.
Yeah,
I never liked that show.
Yeah, starring David Hasselhoff as Michael Knight. He was a police officer undercover who was shot in the face by then his girlfriend and was found by the Knight Foundation, and because his face was badly damaged, they reconstructed it, and he was given a car, which was Kit, and it had all these different gadgets and everything. Mm-hmm. And the series aired from September of '82 to 86, and I can't think of the guy's name, but it's a fun fact, though. I mean, he also played in Magnum PI. John Hellerman.
Never heard of him.
That was Higgins, wasn't it?
Yeah, he did the voice of Kid.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, the guy the teacher in the Boy Meets World did it.
Did he?
Yeah.
That sounds like him. I never knew that, but that sounds like
Yeah,
him.
because I saw that in like one of the documentaries on Knight Rider.
Oh,
That's why they can't make a movie, because he didn't give rights to do his voice.
okay. I always thought it was
Nope.
that one dude. 'Cause it
Yeah,
sounded
like I
it.
said, now I'll think about it. I hear that dude's voice. It does sound.
Because they were going to make a movie in like the mid 2000s, but they couldn't do it because he
All right,
didn't get
Rick.
rights.
What's your number 3?
Well, this would be a good one because it's got Trix's idol that he met at Comic-Con in 2000. Renegade.
Never seen it.
Renegade.
With Lorenzo
Oh
Lamas.
yeah, I remember that show. I never seen it, but I remember Lorenzo
Indian
Lamas.
guy.
Yeah, gun six guns or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he played in a few shows.
he was all right, but
Yeah.
I'm glad it was short-lived.
Well, it was one of your favorites. You must have liked it.
It was all right, but
You know,
I just every time I seen it, I always thought of Trex with that autographed picture in the frame on his wall.
All right, Trex, what's your number 3?
Street Hawk. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it.
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
This was another short-lived show I liked. I had one season of 14 episodes. This was a story of a motorcycle cop injured in duty, Jesse Mock, played by Rex Smith, then given a second chance to fight crime with a top-secret agency on a state-of-the-art tech motorcycle. His day job was public relations for the police department after his injury, and a crime fighter by night. This was a show that was copied. They copied it from Airwolf, but in the form of a motorcycle, which in my opinion was a better show than Airwolf.
All right, one number 3. Somebody probably has this. The Incredible Hulk
It's in my honorable mention.
from 77 to 82. Like, I was never big into superheroes, but I always liked the Hulk. I had a little action figure. I made him a pro wrestler, of course. You know, when I had my wrestling ring. But looking back, it's so cheesy. Like, you can see like the makeup coming off and everything. But I mean,
Wet.
but it was it was not a bad show for what it was, I guess.
all right.
All right, John, what's your number 2?
My number 2, Werewolf.
I like that show.
Had starred John J. York, Chuck Connors, Nicholas Remy, and Lance Legault. It aired from July 11th, 1987 to August 21st, 1988. York played this college student who gets bit by his friend, and the way they showed how he becomes a werewolf is a red pentagram shows up in their hand, and that's how they know that they're changing. So the whole thing, it kind of reminds you of like how the Incredible Hulk is with David Banner going place to place and stuff, because that's what he's doing. And the only time when he becomes a werewolf is the only people you see him fighting with is criminals and villains. You never see an innocent person get attacked by him. And but you have this bounty hunter who goes by Alamo Joe Rogan, played by Lance Gull, who's chasing after him, and the guy who's playing what's his name? Janice Guarzini, Chuck Connors plays the part. And but they had a more powerful one, which Nicholas Remy, played by Brian Thompson. He was the more powerful malevolent werewolf and stuff. But the reason the show stopped after season 2, or actually one season. No, it had one season. But Chuck Connors wouldn't reprise his role as the Janice Scorsese because he wanted to renegotiate his contract in the middle of the show and everything. And then he was supposed to do his role for his death scene. He never even showed up for it.
Oh, wow.
So they kind of had to just have somebody to kind of in the shadows to be the part.
Yeah.
But that's and
Yeah, because I used to watch that show
Yeah.
weekly.
Oh yeah, and that's
Because it was a Fox show.
why they ended the show.
But, you know, he was the main werewolf. That's what his objective was, to kill the main werewolf to break the curse.
Yeah,
And Chuck Collins was.
He wasn't the main werewolf.
Because,
The guy named, because they killed him off. The main guy was his name was the actor. Was
I like how every one of your answers, you and Trex get into a debate over.
Yeah. No,
I don't even know any of these.
I used to watch this show regularly when it first came out.
All right, Rick, which number 2?
The A-Team.
Good show.
Yeah, I figured Trex has that one too.
Pretty decent one.
I could never really get into that.
It was all right. It was pretty
You
good.
remind me of Murdoch.
Hmm.
Any stories on it or anything?
No.
All right, Trex, which number 2?
My number 2 is Misfits of Science. Have any of you ever heard of the show?
Yeah, we had a discussion earlier.
But anyway,
Alf's dad was on it.
I used to like the show, but missed the original run because it lined up with another show I watched. So late 90s or early 2000s, Sci-Fi Channel would run this show. That's when I caught the full run of the episodes. It too was a short-lived show with 14 episodes in one season. The reason of this was a couple of reasons. Number one, Max Wright, who played Dick Stepmeyer, head of the Human Dying Institute where they worked, was offered to play in another show as well. As you all know him as Willie Tanner off of Alf. The other reason was another main character died of AIDS. Kevin Peter Hall, who played Dr. Elvin Lincoln, or L. He was a 6'9" character. With the touch of his hand on the back of his neck, he could shrink to like 3 inches.
Wasn't he Harry Henderson's the ape? I think he was.
I think he was.
Yeah, like the original one. Yeah.
Also, this show had a young Courtney Cox. She played as Gloria Daneo. She was a juvenile delinquent with telekinetic powers. The show was a research institute that studied odd activities, and a ragtag team had powers to solve cases. But I used to love this show.
All right, my number 2, Fantasy Island.
That's on my honorable.
McLean.
That is on my
From
honorable.
77 84, like that show used to scare me for some reason as a kid. But I watched it recently, and like it's still a pretty good show. I mean, they always have guest stars, and like you go to this island, and like something bad happens to everybody that goes there. It's a pretty good show.
It was kind of like be careful what you wish for.
They kept doing like reboots, and after Tattoo went off of it, it wasn't the same show anymore. But yeah, that's my number 2.
Wasn't it Mr. Belvedere who took his place?
Yeah. Then Malcolm McDowell played the old man and like the later ones or something. Yeah. All right, John, what's your number 1?
Well, number 1 is what your number 3 was. The Incredible Hulk.
Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, that was my number 1.
You can get more details and like like something is I don't have much.
Yeah, well, it aired from November 4th, 1977 to May 12th, 1982. Bill Bixby played the part of David Banner, and the whole reason that radiation stuff, he got too much gammas and caused the reaction that he was looking for. Also, he had another doctor who worked with him. She dies in the fire, and so they think he died in it too. So they assume that the Hulk is the one who did it, and it's what is he? A reporter who reports it, and he's the one chasing around trying to find the Hulk.
The one thing about the Hulk is, like, I remember I was like 4 or 5 years old, and my mom said I wasn't allowed to watch monster movies.
Hmm.
So I turned on the TV, and the hog goes, "Roar!" And I like turned it all the way. And I was like, "Oh, he's okay. He's a good monster. You can watch him."
All right, Rick, what do you got for number one?
MASH.
That's a sitcom, Rick.
It's
We
an
did
action
that.
drama.
No, it's not. We just did. You put that on your favorite sitcoms last week.
No, he didn't, because he said
Well,
it.
See?
we still said it was his favorite sitcom.
Yeah, but it wasn't on his list.
All right, next.
All right, Fall Guy.
That was my honorable mention.
Yeah, I figured you'd know this would be my number
Yeah.
one. This was my favorite show of all time. I even like the theme song. It's one of the debates about best theme songs, and that's one of them, Rick. The story is a stuntman named Cole Severs, played by Lee Majors, takes jobs between stunt jobs as a bounty hunter. He has a couple friends help him out. Jodie Banks was played by Heather Thomas, a fellow stunt woman, and his cousin, who came to Hollywood to follow in his footsteps as a stuntman, Howie Muncie, played by Douglas Barr, which I mentioned was in another show. Cole Severs uses his tricks and stunts from movies he makes to get himself out of trouble when he's chasing his bounty. But he usually finds out the bounty is innocent and helps them. It's a great show. I really recommend watching this show.
All right, my number one. Another show that I didn't watch until later. Dexter.
Oh, yeah.
Dexter is
How do you think about that?
from 2006 2013. Then they just did like they did an extra season last year.
Yeah.
You know, where he moved to like Alaska or something like that, or wherever he was at. But that was such a great show. Like CSI, anybody's a serial killer. You know, like yeah, it was. I love that show. That's actually one show that I would probably go back and start over.
Oh, yeah.
Was it season 5 that had John Lithgow in it?
I believe so.
Oh man, that season was awesome. He made a good serial killer. Like any honorable mentions?
Yeah, I got a couple. You have Airwolf with Jan Michael Vincent and Ernest Borgnine. I kind of like that show and stuff. One of them that Rick already had, the A-Team, with George Papard, Mr. T, Dirk Benedict, and Dwight Schultz in it from 83 to 87. And Magnum P.I. from 1980 to 1988. Tom Selleck, Don Hellman, Roger E. Mosley, and Larry Minetti.
That's it.
That's it.
What you got, Trax? Keep them short, man.
Alright, I got Automan. I don't know if you guys know that.
Nope.
$6 Million Man.
That was on
Yeah.
mine. That's the only
The
honorable mention I
Bionic
had.
Woman. An old 60s one, The Fugitive. And Batman from the 60s. Greatest American Hero. I was amazed that wasn't on anyone's list.
I hated that show.
Buck Rogers. MacGyver. Some 90s shows. Viper, Mantis, The Pretender, Charlie's Angels, Chips. I'm surprised that wasn't on your list because I know you like Chips.
Well, I like it.
I like potato
The
chips.
Love Boat. I did like that show.
That was like a comedy though. But I
Mhm.
mean, I guess it could be a drama. But yeah, it was like kind of a comedy.
I'm going to get some hell right here. Xena and Hercules. I like them because I like fantasy.
Well, Fantasy Island was my number one. That's fantasy.
All right, that's about it.
All right. All right, this is dishonorable mentions for drama TV shows. What do you guys got?
My fifth one right now is Thunder in Paradise, which had Hulk Hogan in it.
Oh, I
And Chris Lemon.
That was a movie though, wasn't it?
It was a movie.
Then they made a TV
turned
show.
it into
Really?
TV
Yeah.
series.
Why would they make a TV show out of that? A
Oh,
horrible
dude,
piece of crap.
it was.
I don't think it
Yeah,
lasted
I
though.
didn't know that.
Yeah, they did. It was
Yeah.
horrible.
That's how I remember it. It's
Believe it
because
or
it
not,
used to be a TV show.
Within the same year, it started off in March 25th of '94, and it was actually canceled in May of 1994. They finished it off in November 27th of '94, but it was canceled way before it was supposed to be finished.
Because it was a flop.
Oh, dude, it was horrible.
Wow.
All right.
All right, what you got, Trex?
Dragnet. Horrible show from the 60s. And I hated the movie, too, that they remade.
Yeah, the movie they made into a comedy.
Yeah.
Got any more, John?
Oh yeah. Where's that? The Vampire Diaries. Hated that show.
That was like a girl show, really.
Yeah.
But it was just.
I think it was...
overrated.
Well, I think it was like a TV version of the movie.
What was that one show with a True Blood or something?
Yeah.
Kind of the same vein as that, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It just gave a bad name for vampires.
So they ruined vampires because they try to make them all romantic.
Or like Twilight and stuff.
Yeah, that's what it was based on,
I
is
hate
Twilight.
those movies. No, Vampire Diaries wasn't. I think it was Vampire Diaries was out before.
No, it was out after.
Was it?
Yeah. But you know what they do, though, right? They set these little girls on up because they think, oh, vampires are so lovely. I want to be one. And then you realize, haha, we tricked you. You're our food.
Hungry.
Yeah.
What you got, Trex?
Emergency. Hated that show.
Yeah. I think my mom watched that when I was a kid.
Yeah. My other one's Walking Dead. I mean,
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
But it just got
Dragged
I'm
out.
surprised nobody said that. I forgot about that one. Is it even still around?
Yeah, I believe it's still.
Really?
Yeah.
The last season I watched was when was Negan.
Yeah.
That was like after that I quit watching.
Yeah, that's how I was.
Then they made a sequel or like a spin-off, didn't they?
Yeah, it was
Like in
One
another
place like, yeah,
location.
like
it was before it all started.
Really? So yeah, Fear of the Walking Dead. Yeah, I think I bombed, didn't it?
Yeah, I started watching it in the beginning. It wasn't that bad, but then it just.
See, it's weird because I watched the first season of Walking Dead, then I quit watching it. Then when like around season 4 came on, I started watching it again. I got caught up and I would watch it. Then after the Negan season, it was like
Yeah, I was done with it because.
like I thought he was cool, but then after that season, I just kind of quit watching it. I don't even know where they're at now.
Yeah, pretty much everybody's gone, but a couple.
Yeah,
Negan's still in it.
yeah.
Which
Isn't like the main dude? Isn't he dead?
no, they took him off in a helicopter.
Oh my God! That's
Isn't that
weak.
one of those
Just kill
shows-
him off.
Isn't that one of the shows that like you think they're going to live and then the main characters always get killed off?
See, it didn't follow the comic book.
Well, 'cause I know he wanted off the show. Like, why is he the only one that got on the helicopter? Doesn't even make sense. Like you get to stay and die.
I just could never follow that show. I know it's huge.
Yeah, they get. But that was a good call. I forgot about that show.
They even made a lottery ticket for it.
Wow.
Yeah, I like it in the beginning, and then it just after like you said after Negan and stuff.
Well, you know, after so many seasons, the show gets old anyway.
Yeah. All right, what you got?
Okay, Dallas. This
I
was
was
a
thinking
mom
Dallas.
show.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Matter of
Too.
fact, I got that as number one.
I bet you everybody's mother in this room
Yeah.
has watched Dallas religiously. Oh, I gotta watch
My
Dallas,
mom-
see what
my
they
mom-
are doing.
My mom watched Dallas and Dynasty.
And Knots Landing, because Knots
Yeah.
Landing is a spinoff from it.
Not playing. I got as number 2.
Yeah, that's on my list too.
Okay.
Might as well put them together.
Yeah, well, Dallas, man, one of the seasons. Oh my God,
Who shot JR?
yeah. Oh man,
Like a whole season, find out it's a dream.
Yeah, I was like, kill him now.
No doubt.
And our mothers would take that serious. Oh my God, JR is dead. Like they cry about it.
Oh yeah.
You got anything else?
No, those are horrible.
All right.
Those are what you
Rick
got?
mentioned this earlier before the show. Dr. Quinn, the medicine woman.
Oh,
Just a horrible show.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see how anyone could watch it. It was kind of like a Western version of her being a doctor.
didn't Billy Ray Cyrus playing that with her?
That's who it was. I'm trying to think of who the
Yeah.
guy was in that show.
Yeah, I didn't know.
That's
that.
they tried to bring
Yeah.
his career back, but in acting.
Yeah.
And then I got Hawaii Five-0.
Yeah.
Horrible show.
Yeah.
Even they made a remake and it's still horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another one that you guys probably know your parents would watch. The Waltons.
Oh God.
And
yeah.
John, you are so fortunate. You know why? Most people I know named John got their nickname from this show, John Boy. At least
Yeah,
your
mine
parents
was-
never called you John Boy.
Nope.
There's a couple I didn't like. Miami Vice.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Did you like Miami Vice?
Yeah.
Magnum PI.
That's on my list.
I like Maggie.
That was actually on the list I was going to make.
Matt Houston.
See, I don't remember that one.
I remember
You
it.
remember that?
Yes,
I
I do. I remember it. Man.
Yeah, that.
What else you got?
Hill Street Blues.
Hill Street Blues.
Oh, dude, that was awful.
ER.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the one show with a doctor that had a cane?
Oh, he liked that show. I forget what it's called. Yeah, you said it had the guy from we just talked about that movie too with Jim Carrey, the vampire movie.
Once bitten.
Yeah, you said it was his friend that was the guy.
Wasn't he was a sergeant
Hauser. House.
House. Yeah, Dr.
Oh,
House.
yeah.
Was the name of the show was a show called House?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
I hated
name of
that
it.
show.
That was his name.
Yeah, I hated
Yeah.
that show.
Yeah.
My mom always watched that too.
'Cause I remember you liked that show because you're the one to even say, "Oh man, there's a good show on." It's got the guy
Yeah.
from Once Bitten.
Wasn't there a show called Falcon?
Falcon Crest.
Yeah.
Falcon
Oh,
Crest.
yeah.
No, they're like nighttime soap opera.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then I never cared. I never cared for shows like Cagney and Lacey,
Yeah.
Scarecrow and
Murder,
Mrs.
She
King.
Wrote.
That was on my
Which one did you
list.
say? Scarecrow?
Scarecrow and Mrs. King.
Yeah.
They were like, cops and robbers, and then you had the Scarecrow and Mrs. King were like a secret agent working with a
Yeah.
woman, a married woman.
I like Heart to Heart and one of the one with Bruce Willis that.
Moonlighting?
Oh, I hated that. That's on my list.
Wasn't there one called like Picket Fences or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't watch any of those
Now,
shows,
see,
man.
I like the one with Pierce Bronson in it.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
Oh, I can't. Remington Steele.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, I hate
Isn't
that
that name
one.
like a male porn star or something?
Something like that.
Yeah, you think.
It's a gun, actually.
Yeah.
But I still think it's the name of a
Yeah.
porn star.
Yeah, I hated that one. That's on my list. Jag. That was another one that was bad.
Yeah.
You know what a spinoff was that from?
What?
NCIS.
Really?
They've had a lot of spin-offs.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
But I thought that was out way before those were out.
Well, the one who played Gibbs, he was in Jag.
Yeah, but I think
North
Jag
Harvey.
was out before the
North Harvey.
NCIS.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So then
NCIS
Jag would be the
NCIS was
the
spinoff.
spinoff. Then you had shows like Hardcastle and McCormick.
I know that one.
Oh, yeah.
Then Trapper John MD.
Oh, my mom watched that one. Was that a spin-off?
Oh, MASH.
MASH.
Oh, was
It's supposed to have been one of the main characters when he got older.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he didn't want to do the show.
No.
See, here's one I was disappointed about because I remember when I first saw it, Friday 13th series.
Oh, it had nothing to do with...
Nope,
Yeah.
it was about possessed items.
Yeah.
Because I was like so excited when it was coming on TV, like, oh my god, they're making a TV show of Jason.
Yeah. I was so mad when I seen that. I was like, what is this?
See, Law and Order's another one I couldn't stand, but they made so many spin-offs.
I don't like any, like,
Law.
law shows.
Yeah. Here's one that I
What was that one, Perry Mason or something?
Matlock? Yeah, he was on my
Yeah.
list. And, yep.
Matlock had any.
I hate, like-
That wasn't Perry Mason,
Oh.
where he was like,
You're talking about Ironside?
Yeah.
yeah.
That was Perry Mason.
Yeah.
Matlock was Andy Griffith.
He said Miles.
What's the one that had Archie Bunker on it? He was like,
In the night, in the heat of night.
In the Heat of the Night.
That's another one I put on my list.
And you talking about cop shows, man? Adam 12 sucked. That show sucked. Car 54, Where Are You was better than that.
Car 54 was awesome.
Mhm.
Had Brig winning.
Yeah, you know what the difference is? Car 54 was a comedy, and that was trying to be serious.
Yeah,
but
I hated the remake when they did a movie.
Oh yeah, I had Buster Poindexter in it from the New York Dolls.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one. I couldn't stand the actress that played this character, Murphy Brown.
Oh, Candace Bergen.
Oh yeah.
I didn't
Hey,
think
Designing
that
Women.
Yeah, but that was more of a sitcom.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was that's how much I know about it.
Yeah.
The Equalizer was another one I couldn't stand.
No, I liked it.
See, I've never seen it.
Yeah.
The old man with a 2x4.
And when you talk about
Must have been hard
talk
to
about
get
Megan
to
P.I.,
brother.
the other one I hated was Simon and Simon.
No, that
Yeah.
one was
Yeah.
a gay show. It had to have been.
Oh, they were brothers.
Then you had Riptide.
Yeah, that was another one that was bad.
Yeah.
BJ and the Bear.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, that was hopeless.
Beverly Hills 90210
Oh,
and
God.
Melrose Place.
Another soap opera.
Yep.
That was.
I think that's what they were trying for. Is like on these shows, like putting nighttime soap opera.
News were like more for teens. Because like Dynasty was for older women.
Charm.
90210.
Charmed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Airwolf.
Alyssa
I
Milano
hated
looked
that
good.
show.
Didn't you say Airwolf?
He said that on his
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah, Michael Vincent.
Yeah, I like that show.
I-
They also did a series on when they did the movie Blue Thunder. They did a mini series on it, but I don't think it lasted. It was because it wasn't like the movie. The movie was good.
But it's really not. I mean, when they try to make series out of movies, they usually flop anyway.
Yeah. You can't do it.
Do you remember another detective show or like
Yeah.
crime show? Hunter.
Oh yeah.
Oh man,
I know. What
Fred.
The girl was hot in that.
Fred
His
Dryer or
partner.
something was
Yeah, he was.
Fred Dryer?
Fred Dryer was his
Yeah.
name.
Tim
Yeah.
used to make jokes.
Yeah.
yeah, because
Tom Washer.
Yeah.
now the chick that helped him wasn't bad looking.
No.
This show is called Hunter. Was the
Yeah.
show?
Yeah.
I'll tell you one I hated. The Rockford Files.
Oh God,
I
yeah.
hate that guy.
Jim
yeah.
Rockford, Jim Rockford, the old drunk. that
Well, I hate
helped
the
him.
actor, James Gardner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that.
I didn't like anything he was in.
Me either.
Then you had Star Trek. I hated that show. I hate all the franchise of it.
Yeah.
Now, I liked Wrath of Khan.
No, they beat a dead horse on that.
That was a good one.
Battlestar Galactica wasn't that as
That was another show I
Yeah.
hated.
What?
That was where Dirk Benedict come
Oh,
from.
Battlestar
Yeah.
Galactica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they made a remake and they made his character a woman,
Yeah.
and people was mad about that.
He even had Lauren Green in that.
Yeah.
He went to
There was a
Battle
show I
Royale
liked with
Baby.
Lauren Green from the 80s. I think it was Cold Blue or something, where he's a fireman. Like the whole family was a fireman.
Yeah.
Wasn't he like an old show?
Bonanza.
Bonanza?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like that because you like westerns?
Dad did.
That was our dad
That's
show.
definitely a dad show.
Yep, that and Gunsmoke and
Now,
Wagon Train.
I kind of like Gunsmoke.
Right.
Dynasty was mom's and Bonanza was dad's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
I
dun,
hated that
dun.
show. God, did I hate it.
Yeah.
The only good thing about Bonanza was the restaurant that Tim worked at.
Well, what was the ranch called?
Ponderosa. Yep.
That's funny.
They had it all there. They had Bonanza and Ponderosa.
Heck yeah. Man.
That was awesome. Who else starred in that show?
Michael Landon.
Yeah,
Dan
when he was
Blocker.
young.
Lauren Green.
Yeah.
Pernell Whitaker.
What was the show from the 60s? Your mom liked it too. With Lee Majors when he was young. It was another like cowboy show. Because your mom mentioned that she liked it. My mom liked
I
it
think
too.
Cowboy show.
Yeah, it was like Bonanza, I think.
Yeah, it was like a family and stuff. But I
It had
cannot
one.
remember the name of that.
You got me on that.
Because my mom mentioned, I remember when we had a cookout, my mom and your mom was talking about that show. And that's when they're like, oh, Lee Major was so cute in that show.
I actually think it was called the Ponderosa.
No.
But they had the ranch, but...
It was like Big something. Big.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Big Valley.
Big Valley.
Big Valley,
Barbara
yeah.
Stanwyck was in it.
Yeah.
Lee
Because
Majors was in it.
instead of a guy
Jared
Lauren
something.
Green
Or
was
no,
like the head of the family, it was a woman.
Yeah, Barbara Stanwyck. I'm trying to. What the hell was his name? The dude that played Jared on that. With the black hair.
Yeah, I know.
I'm trying to remember what his
But
name
in
was.
Ponderosa and Bonanza, didn't the guy that played the fat guy,
Dan Blocker.
Hoss or whatever,
Yep.
didn't he die like
Yep.
during the making of that?
No, he didn't
No.
die during the making of it. He passed away after the show was done.
Yeah.
And then Michael Landon passed on.
Well, he passed on
Well,
later.
really
That was another
passed
show
on.
I had on my series, Highway to Heaven.
Highway to Heaven, yeah.
Yep.
Wasn't Lee Marvin in like some old TV show too?
I can't remember if he was or not.
For some reason I thought he was.
I just remember him from like The Man Called Plant.
Yeah.
And
I don't know who he is.
Magnificent Seven.
He wasn't in
No,
the
that's
Magnificent
still-
Seven. James Coburn.
James Colton. Why am I thinking?
James Coburn was only in one,
Yeah.
the Return of the Magnificent Seven.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I think that's it. We covered all the bad ones.
Right.
Mhm.
Stop. All right. Thanks for watching. hit that like button. Please subscribe. Hit the notification button. Comment below and let us know what we forgot. And don't forget to check out our Facebook page. 5 and out.